Hey everyone, it's Evangeline, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Saris bike rack for your fork mount Thru-Axle bikes right here at etrailer. So this is probably going to be one of the more versatile of the fork mounted Thru-Axle bike racks. So this is designed to secure itself to pretty much any stable surface, whether you have tracks or you've got plywood, you got a 2x4, you just find a spot and secure it, and now you suddenly have a rack for your bike. Now with the ability to put it pretty much anywhere, you might have it outside. So what it's made of, it helps resist corrosion from being out in the elements. So you have an aluminum construction. This whole thing's made of aluminum, but you also have a black powder coat finish. Now my recommendation there is if you scratch it up, and I know it happens when you go on different adventures, just go over it with a black paint pen to cover those scratches. So while this is great because of all of its different options, all of its different angles, this does require a little bit more of thought with where you want to put it and how you want to put it in places. So if you're a person who is very DIY and you make the product work for you and for your unique situation, this might be a great fit for you. Let's take a look at that process. So to install this, you really just need a stable flat surface and hardware. Now, depending on what type of flat surface you're using, whether it's a track system, you're bolting this onto a 2x4 piece of plywood or into your wall, those will change accordingly. So let's take some measurements to see what kind of hardware you might need. So we have 3 grooves here, which gives you 3 options for mounting. Notice as well how they are grooves and not holes. So that gives you a little bit of wiggle room for different types of hardware or how far apart your bolts are spaced. Ideally though, center to center of both grooves, they are 2.5 inches apart. So that's your good bolt spacing. So this is an example of the hardware we use to install our rack. So this is designed for channel mounted installation, so it will work with most channel mounted accessories. And if you don't already have a channel mounted accessory, or if you don't already have a track system, Saris has the trap single or triple track system that you can install directly into your truck. That one is compatible with this bike rack, but as long as you have the right hardware, this will also be compatible with your other tracks. So you have those 3 different grooves, not only just to adjust the angle of how you want to put your bike on there, but also so that you can fit different types of bikes. So we have holes, and those are going to be for those different Thru-Axle sizes. So you can see printed on the rack which one will fit your Thru-Axle. So you are going to have to lift your bike up and line it up with the appropriate spot, and then just run your Thru-Axle through to secure it. So that's it. You now have your bike mounted to the rack. Some other things to consider is definitely bring along a wrench for your Thru-Axle. That way you can reattach your bike properly once you get to the trails. Another thing is there's no locking feature on this. So I do recommend picking up maybe an 8-foot long cable lock. Then you can use it with your own tie down points in your truck bed to secure your bike to your car while you're going out and about. So this is great because of its versatility, because no matter what Thru-Axle size you have, you can mount it to pretty much any surface. The downside to it is it's a little trickier to use. It takes maybe a couple extra seconds compared to some more dedicated racks. So if you want to go a little bit more premium, check out the Rocky Mounts drop top, which has an included lock on there. That way you can secure your bike without having to use a separate cable lock. But this installs pretty much the same way to your tracks or bolting on. It's just a matter of versatility or security. So as long as you have the appropriate hardware, this could be a great option for securing your bikes of different shapes and different sizes to different surfaces. This right here was a quick look at the Saris bike rack for fork mounts or Thru-Axles here at etrailer.com. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed the journey.